Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the little parkour game I have made in Unity. So the game is about starting here and finishing here after passing through these challenging steps and not falling below. You gotta be careful because if you fall, we got a game reset area that covers the whole level, so whenever the player touches with it, the game resets. So you gotta be careful, walk over those things. Now let's start the game and see the game in action now. We have this ghost character that shows us the way we need to follow. We have beautiful visuals and dark purple map. So we gotta be careful with these disappearing stones. We have a trampoline here that takes us to the top of the tower. And here arrives the ghost as well. Whenever you come closer to him, he keeps moving further away from you, so you gotta carefully follow him. We have a moving trampoline here. And to pass through this tunnel, you gotta crouch because otherwise your head is not gonna fit inside. So the moment you step on this ending square in here, the time has stopped. The game is over, right? Like this. And you may ask, what happens if you fall? You hit the game reset area, and here is the answer to your question. The game restarts. Now let's take a look at the level design of our game. So to create the level, I have used Unity's transform and rotation tools to place those things on the map. So you can move the objects around in the scene, rotate them, change their sizes to create a challenging yet fun levels. You just gotta be creative enough and careful so that the level is playable and the player can successfully finish the game. Because if those things are too far or too close or too high, the player cannot finish and he's eventually gonna fall below. And the thing that makes the level looks beautiful is the visual effects we have. For visual effects, I have used light emitting materials. That is kind of dark, you can see that it doesn't reflect the sunlight. And to create a beautiful contrast, I have used glowing point lights. That also helps the player to determine the way. It shows the player the way it needs to go. Thanks to these glowing bright things that makes the area lit in a beautiful way. And you can see that everywhere is so purple. So for this, I have used a camera filter for the game, aka by other name in the gaming industry, post-processing effects. Those are like regular camera filters you have on your phone, you have on TikTok, and so on. You just add the camera filter and everywhere looks purple enough. And we got this disappearing shader here that looks beautiful when the objects disappear and those beautiful lights. How the player moves. So for every action in the game, to move, to jump, to crouch, and so on, we have those little scripts by other name, little computer programs attached to the player. And you can see those things in here. Every one of them is responsible for the thing that its name says. Those are little computer programs that lets the player operate. And for the player to see the world, we have a little camera attached to its head. Think of it as like a little GoPro camera you can put on your head as well. So it helps the player to see the world. And the way the game detects when you fall, thanks to these little invisible box covering the whole level. So whenever the player collides with it, there is a trigger that tells the game you need to stop because the player has touched me. So the thing is here, the game research area, this huge invisible thing. But it is visible in the scene view, of course, so you can see it and adjust its size. Basically, you start on this blue level here, blue stone here, and you finish on this red block in here. And you gotta be carefully pass through everything here. So we learned today that you don't need to be a coding genius and do advanced coding to make something enjoyable. With smart designs, visuals, and a few mechanics, you can build very fun and challenging games to play. So hopefully it was helpful and interesting to you. Thank you for your time and see you another time. Bye bye.